We have give we looked on our podcast. Nobody's liking Eddie's top 5 in the NBA right now.
Yeah, I don't give
Oh,
a fuck
damn.
what they like or don't like. You know,
Who
at
your
the end
top
of the
five?
day, a lot of these niggas don't. You know what? I left somebody off that I should have put. But my top 5, I had Steph, I had Bron, Jokic.
Shea got to be on there.
It was Shea. No, it was Luka, Jokic, Shea, Tatum, and the fifth one I was muddling around trying to figure out because I was on the spot and because I didn't have my notes together at the time to keep it all the way 100. And I went with Jaylen Brown, and that's not bad. I ain't mad at that
Nah,
5.
but that's all Boston. You going
No,
Yeah.
nigga,
surprised
Jason
you picked
Tatum
the
a top 5 player. What you talking about?
But I'm saying like he's a great player, but there's other people that are better than him, Eddie.
Who?
Than Jaylen Brown.
Okay, you gotta say I was talking about Tatum. So Jaylen Brown, I could say Giannis. I could go Giannis or I could go KD. I could go KD because I still fuck with KD. I still
KD's
think
a
that.
fucking monster.
Yeah.
Huh?
KD's a monster.
I know. So I could go with KD. I could replace him with them 2 dudes right there. But my top 4, that 5th one, I threw Jaylen Brown in there, and no admission, I fuck with Jaylen Brown. So salute, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Period.
he's tough. So give us your 5, Jeff. What you doing with 5 right now?
I got Jokic, Shea, Jason Tatum. Then I'll probably go Luka, and I like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, he's tough too.
He cold.
But he kind of killed himself when he talked about I don't like getting double teamed. Remember what he said? Did you hear that?
But after he said that, he went for like 40, 38, 48. He went crazy. So I was like, shit, I guess they ain't listen to the scout report. He don't like double team. Y'all probably should be sending the doubles. Like, what y'all doing? He went crazy after that.
Oh, man. Go ahead. You got something?
Yeah, I do got something. So right now, where the league is at right now, as far as the record-wise and things like that, we know Cleveland is in first place right now.
Yeah.
Who you think gonna come out the East? Who you think will match up in the Eastern Conference? And then in the West, who you think gonna match up in the West? And also, so this is a 3-pronged question. Do you think that the Lakers have a chance to even get to the conference finals?
In the East, I like Boston coming out of there. I think they'll match up with for me, I think it's gonna be Milwaukee.
You think they're gonna come back? Milwaukee gonna come back?
I think Milwaukee getting Kuz. I think it's gonna bring a different dynamic to their team. Another guy that got a little scoring punch off the bench, or if he starts. But I think Milwaukee and Boston gonna meet in the conference finals, and I think Boston gonna take it. In the West, I think the Lakers can make a run. I mean, when you get Luka and LeBron, they both talented. Like at any point, they could take over a game and go for 60. We even seen Luka do crazier shit. So if he come back healthy and can hoop, they could make a run. I'm not banking on them. I still got OKC as my favorite in the West. I just think them young boys is locked in. They made a run last year. They had a good playoff run, but now they locked in. And I just think they got a chance to make it to the finals. I got Boston winning it all back to back. I just think they got too many pieces. Like when your fifth and sixth player are damn near Hall of Famers, it's like, yeah, this shit crazy.
Sound good to me.
You see, Al's still out there working too.
That's what I'm saying.
Al was my rookie too.
Yeah,
Al just had 13. He had 13 and 10 last night. He had 13 and 10 last night off the bench. Man.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Al on his 16th year too.
Jeff, let me ask you this. So when you say the Lakers could make a push, so this is the pushback that I'll give and ask your opinion on this, because I feel like, you know, Luka and LeBron are pretty much the same type of player. Yeah. Ball dominant, right? LeBron ain't never played off the ball. Luka ain't never played off the ball. How does that dynamic work? Do you flip that? Do you say, okay, we're going to give X amount of minutes where you get yours off and you get yours off, and then at the end, who are we going to put the ball in whose hands? You know what I'm saying? To make those decisions.
It's kind of like when CP and James Harden got to Houston. They both was ball dominant, right? We knew James Harden was the better scorer or whatever, but CP needed his moments where he can control the offense. And you could do the same thing with Luka and LeBron. LeBron liked to play half the first quarter. You can let Luka play the whole first quarter. That second half of the first quarter, he can dominate, do his thing. Bron can sub back in. Bron play that first half of the second quarter with the guys, then Luka come back in, they finish the quarter off or whatever it is. But they can find a dynamic where they don't got to be on the court at the same time. But whoever rolling that night, they both smart enough players to be like,
Fact.
Bron killing that night, we're going to let Bron take it home. If Luka got it going, let Luka take it home. But having Austin Reeves as your third best player, a guy who also can get super hot and have moments, I think they got one of them teams that it's hard to guard. Like, they all can do so much with the ball.
I think you need they need a big. I think they ain't got no.
Yeah, they got to trade for a big, but if
Yeah,
they
got
don't,
Jackson Hayes. They talking about getting Nick Claxton. We've heard everybody heard all the things.
they
But
need to
this
go
is my
get
other
Clint
thing.
Capella.
You got a Clint Capella is another. But this is my other thing though, right? We saying offensively, yeah, we know what they can bring
They both
offensively.
ain't playing no defense.
That's all I'm trying to say.
No, we gonna
Austin
outscore.
Reeves
We
is
trying to
gonna
outscore
get,
everybody.
yeah, he gonna get whooped.
And AD ain't
Bron
down there no more.
No, AD ain't back there, so he ain't
Facts.
getting them rebounds or cleaning up, closing out the possession with the rebound. He ain't getting no deterrent shots, blocking shots. He ain't doing none of that. Making sure, dude, like, oh, I ain't going in there. I'm gonna take this jumper. Then he able to get the rebound. But Austin Reeves don't guard.
Nope.
We know Luka don't guard,
Nope.
right? LeBron possessions depends on the time of the game. Guards, but then sometimes don't guard because he saving it for the other end. I feel like that ain't enough. And it sounds crazy to even say this, to be real. I don't think that's enough offensive firepower to overcome where you can't stop a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Austin Reeves is sitting there in the corner just waiting for them to throw him the ball. You know what I'm
You
saying?
only on guarding 2.5 people anyway.
Yeah.
5
But I
against
think-
2.5 ain't gonna work.
But I think, I ain't gonna lie, Austin Reeves got enough confidence where he ain't gonna just sit in the corner. Like, even watching him last night, he was hooping. Like, I thought the same thing when AD was there. Like, it's gonna be LeBron, AD, it's gonna be that. And Austin Reeves, somehow, he's still getting 20 points. I think he's just one of them players you can plug in and play, and he gonna be himself regardless.
You get his
And
numbers.
he gonna do his thing. Defensively, don't nobody stop anybody anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be 138 to 128. Like, I think Bron good enough still to get a stop when it matter. And I think we seen Luka, if you challenge him enough, he a guard when it matter. Like last year in the series, everybody was making fun of him. He couldn't guard. And then the Boston series, he started guarding people. They still lost, but he was stepping up on defense.
They
a
lost
little more.
4-1. He was getting.
I mean, shit,
He
they
was
team.
hey man, he was getting cooked, man. He was in there
Yeah,
getting cooked.
but it was
he
the
was
game
getting
they
ripped
won.
at,
He
got ripped
decided
at
to
half
guard.
court, but he got ripped at half court. He was, you know what I mean? Come on,
His
man.
calf, he was hurt. His calf muscle was hurt.
Hey,
Trade game.